Ever wondered who the first families on Earth were? Not just our human ancestors, but the very first families of life itself. Today, we're journeying billions of years back in time to meet the pioneers who started it all. Forget your family tree. We're talking about the family tree of everything that has ever lived. Our story begins in a hot primordial soup about 3.8 billion years ago. The Earth was a very different place, hostile and alien. But in these chaotic waters, something incredible happened. Simple chemical compounds began to organize themselves into the first, most basic forms of life. These weren't animals or plants, not even bacteria as we know them. They were likely tiny, self-replicating molecules, perhaps RNA, enclosed in a simple membrane. This was Luca, the last universal common ancestor. Think of Luca not as a single creature, but as a community of the earliest life forms, sharing and swapping genetic information. This community was the very first family on our planet. From this communal beginning, the first major split in the tree of life occurred. Two distinct family branches emerged, bacteria and archaea. For billions of years, these single-celled organisms were the only inhabitants of Earth. They were the true pioneers, colonizing every corner of the planet, from scorching hot hydrothermal vents to frozen polar ice. They terraformed the planet, fundamentally changing its atmosphere. The most famous of these were the cyanobacteria. They were the first family to figure out photosynthesis. They started breathing out oxygen, and over an immense stretch of time, they created the very air we breathe today. This event, the Great Oxidation Event, was a game-changer. It was tough for life that wasn't used to oxygen, but it paved the way for more complex life to evolve. Then, about 2 billion years ago, a truly revolutionary family event took place. One cell engulfed another. But instead of digesting it, they formed a partnership, a symbiosis. The engulfed cell became what we now know as the mitochondrion, the powerhouse of our cells. This merger gave rise to a whole new domain of life, the eukaryotes. This is our family! Eukaryotes had a proper nucleus and other complex structures inside their cells. This new, more efficient design allowed for an explosion of diversity. For the first time, life wasn't just single-celled. The first multicellular organisms appeared, initially as simple colonies of cells, like balls or filaments. These first multicellular families were the ancestors of everything we see around us today. From these humble beginnings, 3 major kingdoms branched out: fungi, plants, and animals. Around 540 million years ago, during the Cambrian explosion, animal life diversified in a spectacular way. The ancestors of insects, fish, and eventually us started to take shape in the ancient oceans. These were the first animal families, trying out all sorts of new body plans and ways of life. Think about it. From a single community of primitive cells to the vast, interconnected web of life we see today. Every living thing, from the smallest bacterium to the largest whale, is a distant cousin. We are all part of one enormous ancient family that started in the Earth's primordial oceans nearly 4 billion years ago. The story of the first families is the story of us. It's a reminder of our deep connection to every other living creature on this planet. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey back in time. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more explorations into our amazing world. See you next time.